Hey guys, it's General Heat here. How is everyone doing today? So, just a little fun video to start off Monday, we're going to be taking a look at what happens if we give the Flood Sentinel Beams. So, as you know in Halo 1, if you kill Sentinels, they don't drop Sentinel Beams, because it's attached to them and it just disappears if you destroy the Sentinels. And likewise, the Flood in Halo 1, they never carry Sentinel Beams at all by default. But we do see that in later Halo games where they can actually use the Sentinel Beams, but not in Halo 1. In fact, a little fun fact here, but the Sentinel Beam doesn't even have a model in Halo 1. So even if I were to actually spawn like a Sentinel Beam, it wouldn't show anything. It's not like in Halo 2 or Halo 3 where it actually has like a whole model to it that you could see. It doesn't have anything. But that being said, we can still, using mod tools, equip the Sentinel Beam to the Flood and then see what happens. So without further ado, let's do that right now. So now we are on a modded version of Halo Anniversary for the 360, and I have equipped the Sentinel Beam onto the Flood. So let's find the Flood now and see what happens. So there you have it. Pay close attention to where they're shooting the Sentinel Beams from. As you can see, by giving the Flood the Sentinel Beams, they can indeed still use them. I know in some Halo games, certain weapons, if you could give it to certain AIs, they can't fire them. But it seems like the Flood definitely can still fire Sentinel Beams. The only weird thing about them is that, well, they fire Sentinel Beams out of their crotch. They're literally shooting these yellow beams of light right out of their crotch on you. I guess that's just like the default firing position for their weapons, I guess, for the Flood, because they don't have like animations, or they weren't designed to be able to fire Sentinel Beams. So that's why they, I guess that's where they fire it from. If you give the Flood other like invalid weapons that they're not supposed to use, that they don't normally use, I should say, they would also fire it from their crotch most likely. But Sentinel Beam is what we're testing today, and that is where they fire it from. But yeah, another thing that you might have noticed is that the Sentinel Beams, when they fire it, they don't do damage. Well, that's not entirely accurate. Actually, they do like 0 damage, but they by hitting you, they prevent your shields from recharging. But they don't do any damage to your health or your shields. It's just enough damage where your shields won't recharge, where it counts as you're still taking fire. But it's not going to cause you to lose health or any additional shields. So I'm not sure why that's the case. I don't know. I guess because they're firing it in like such short bursts that it does such negligible amount of damage that you don't notice the shields draining or your health going down. Maybe that's why. But I'm not entirely sure. It maybe for some reason, it's like glitched, but I'm not entirely sure why. But most likely it's because they're firing in such short bursts. Because, in Anniversary, the bursts are so short that it looks like they're firing assault rifle bullets at you. But, of course, in Classic mode, it's a lot more clear. Now, one other thing I wanted to try out here was to see... I want to do, like, a little funny scene here where sometimes, like, when the Floods still shoot your dead body, I wanted to see, like, if they would still shoot my dead body here with the Sentinel Beams and, figure it looked like a funny scene. But, unfortunately, they don't do that. And that's also the case in Classic mode. So, unfortunately, beyond that, there's not really much else interesting about this other than the Flood shooting you out of their crotch and not doing any damage with it. Now, one more thing as we approach the end of the video. I haven't done this for a few videos now, so got a pun for you guys. So, my relationship with my chauffeur just isn't going anywhere. It feels like he's always trying to drive me away. Get it? Anyways, so yeah, like I said, the Sentinel Beam, it's not a weapon that the Flood is supposed to hold, so that's why it doesn't work properly. That's why it's all glitchy like this. But like I said, if there's other weapons that you want me to try out to see what happens if the Flood hold them, or any other characters or anything you want me to try out in other Halo games, just feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to look into it. But yeah, so that about wraps it up for this video. That answered the question of what happens if you give the Flood the Sentinel Beam. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and comments. Like I said, if there's anything else you want me to check out, just let me know, and I'll do my best to look into it. But other than that, Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also turn on the notifications if you want to stay up to date with our latest videos every time we upload them. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.